What radio? The music you want.
With your host, Keys Dan.
I'll be back.
RadioWhat.com. What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do you go? DJLittleRock.com. Check availability, get a free price quote, and maybe you can have me at your next event. Yeah, I like to party with the people. Last Saturday night, I got to tell you, I was talking all last week on the podcast about the corporate event that I was going to be doing for Eagle Bank. It was their 100th anniversary. So, before I go into that, today on the program, I have Vincent from Yard of Blondes. I'm kind of excited, man. They're a rock band, and I get to talk to the lead singer, Vincent, and we get to hear more about Vincent and the Yard of Blondes. So you have that to look forward to in your ears. All right. Back to what happened Saturday night. Man, I was at the Eagle Bank, and this is the fourth time out of 5 years that I've played for them. So exciting. I like playing, and the more I go back and play with the same people, the more I get to know them, the more comfortable they are with me, the more comfortable I am with them. And it's just nice that they've kept calling me back. And I say 4 out of 5 years. One of those years, by the time they called me, I was already booked. So sadly, I couldn't do the show for them. But thankfully, they called me in time, and I was able to do it for them. It was their 100th anniversary. And in addition to singing happy birthday to the company and all that, I was compelled, or I was instructed to play music through the years for the past 100 years. So starting with, the 20s, here we are in 2019. So I was playing music from the 20s. I actually pulled out a good handful or 2 handfuls of music from the 20s. So I played about 5 songs, and one of the people that was coordinating the event, she said, I think you could skip a few decades. So I played 1 song from the 30s, a couple of songs from the 40s, and then we got to the 50s. Some people were starting to dig it, and maybe 7 or 10 songs from the 50s, got into the 60s, and in the 70s, people were starting to groove. They got it. And then the 80s, the greatest decade. Yes, the greatest decade. You heard me. I got into the 80s, and we kind of stuck there for a little bit. They were making announcements. They were giving away prizes. They did some games. It was so good. Nice to party with the people. Corporate events. It's nice when the companies, you could have a very boring holiday party, employee appreciation party, where it's pretty much the boss telling you, we did real good last quarter. We can do a little better. No. This boss, he did that. He gave a few numbers here and there, and he says, look, I'm not going to bore you with what's already on the corporate sheet. You could probably read that in the book. Let's have some fun. Bam, party time. Dig it. Partying with the Eagle Bank, Arkansas. So, hey, if you're looking for a bank, Eagle Bank. And they're not even sponsoring me at all, but I did have a good time with them. All right, party people. This week's shows, I'll be at the Old Post Barbecue in Russellville, Arkansas on Thursday night from 6 until 9 in the p.m. That's the video dance party, karaoke jam, family friendly. So after school, you bring the kids out and you have some good barbecue and you drink some good drinky poos, because they got frosted beverages for the over 21 people. So, but I do keep the music family friendly. So please bring everyone. Let's fill that place up. Thursday night, Russellville, Old Post Barbecue, Russellville, Arkansas, 6 p.m. until 9 in the p.m. And then Friday night, it's Friday night. Yeah, my regular Friday night gig. I'll be at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. Yeah, that starts at 8 p.m. and we don't stop until almost 2 in the AM. Usually last calls around 1:30 or a little bit after. But I play a few more songs because the people keep saying, I want one more, one more, one more. So, all right. And they have a full bar. The kitchen is open. They got wings, burgers, Jersey Girl pizza. You don't want to miss that. Try some of that. And then there's a pool tournament that goes on every Friday night. Yeah, if you've been listening to this podcast, you know there's a pool tournament at the Rab every Friday night. Talk to Mark, talk to Debbie. Maybe you could make some money while you're hanging out at the Rab. And then out on the party patio, they got shuffleboard, darts, foosball, giant Jenga game, checkers. They got it all. If there's always something to do while you're waiting to sing on stage, and you are the star of the show. It's a little concert starring each and every one of you. It's the Rab, Friday night, 8 p.m. until almost 2 in the AM. So those are my two public shows. Thursday night at the Old Post in Russellville, Arkansas, and then Friday night at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. All right, I think I've rattled your ears off enough. Let's get into it with Vincent of Yard of Blondes. Calling Vincent now.
Hello.
Hi, Vincent, please.
Yes, this is me.
Of Yard of Blondes?
Yes.
I have the pleasure. It's Keys Dan with the What Makes You Famous podcast. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Sorry, I was having trouble hearing you, but it's better now. I'm very good. Thank you.
Oh, very good. All right. Phones are a wonderful thing, and time zones are another wonderful thing. I'm in Central Time Zone here in Central Arkansas, Conway, Arkansas. You're in California. What part of California are you in, Vincent of Yard of Blondes?
I'm in Los Angeles right now, in Venice.
Los Angeles. Okay. Give the people a little idea of who Yard of Blondes is, who Vincent is, for that matter. And may I call you Vincent? What's your full name?
Yeah.
Give the people an idea of who you are.
My full name is Vincent Walter Jacob. I'm the lead singer of the band Yard of Blondes. And as you can hear, my accent, I'm French. And it's a pretty international band, actually, because two of us are French. One person is from Turkey, and the other one is American from Los Angeles. So it's a rock band, indie rock band from all over the place.
I like that. I like that so much. I was listening to some of the music, and primarily when it's the male singer, it's a really hard alternative grunge type, hard rocking band. And then when the girl is singing, she goes French for the most part. And I'm just like, wow, that's like 2-3 bands in one, really. If you listen to all the different tracks that you have available, then this is going just on your YouTube video, on your YouTube channel that I was listening to. You have so many different styles of music. So is it 4 people in the band?
Yes, it's 4 people in the band, and yes, we have a wide range of styles in our band because I guess we love so many stuff, and sometimes we're inspired to do just an acoustic song. Sometimes we're like, we should sing in French. Sometimes, actually, people say that to us in the U.S., like, oh, you should add some Frenchness to your band because you're French. And so we tried, and sometimes we just want to rock out because we like to do that on stage. So that's pretty much it. It's just the inspiration and how it goes.
No, absolutely, Vincent. And, I'm so happy to be talking to you. And I just want to know the beginnings of you. And I guess we can go, since it's just you primarily at this point, and maybe I'll get to talk to the other members of the band at some future event. But certainly give the people an idea of how Vincent started. Where were you born and where did you grow up? And tell the people how you got your first taste of music. What were your influences?
So I was born in Dijon, France, in Burgundy, the country of wine and good food in France. It's in
Yeah.
between Paris and Lyon, in the countryside. So there's lots of vineyard and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome, actually. And I started music at age 11, I guess, when I discovered the band Nirvana and all the grunge scene. And I was really hooked up by this culture and rock and roll. So I was drawn to discover the American culture, especially the music. And I started to write songs right away. I guess I was 11, and I knew two chords, and I started to write a song with two chords. And I just learned about a girl from Nirvana, so I just reversed the two chords and made another song.
Fantastic. So is American music very accessible in France, or particularly in Dijon, France?
Yeah, I guess because it was not internet was not a big thing back in those days, but there was a lot of magazines, and there was like a late night TV shows with a lot of rock music. It was MTV in France, and I guess it was the same shows that in the US at the time. So there was a lot of grunge music on the radio and on the TV. So that was a good soft power for America, and we had all those TV shows, Baywatch and stuff. So we were all very familiar with American culture from the entertainment industry.
Well, and Vincent, your English is very good, much better than my French, which is almost non-existent. Now, you say you had a lot of the American shows. Were they translated into French? And I'm guessing that's what they were. Were they?
No, they were translated in French, so you had French actors voicing them, So that was pretty terrible, actually. And I really learned English when I first arrived in the U.S. I relocated in 2010, so 9 years ago.
What year did you graduate high school?
I graduated, what year?
Yes.
You said? 2001.
So 2001, you're graduating high school. Well, how was your high school? How was Vincent's high school life in Dijon?
Well, that was a great time because that's when I really started having